story times just have aura, and animations are comp. So the title today, bro. You know what am I doing, bro? You see how I just subbed to him? That's how y'all need to sub to me on Twitch and YouTube. All right, chat. So the title is she said we're skipping class. Told you this about sneaking out. Told you this about sneaking in. Don't do it, and don't skip class, chat. Good advice by a grown man.
Class is really a double-edged sword for real.
See, chat, 3 seconds into the video, he already said it, bro.
Because on one hand, if it's executed properly, then it's an amazing experience. You're a young kid in high school. You never experienced the world without adult supervision. Oh my God. But on the other hand, the anxiety is something serious. Your homies be sitting there peer pressuring you to lead a class. And whenever you're walking around the school, you see any...
See, chat, notice how everything that is bad, you end up getting scared to do because you know you shouldn't be doing it. And this is why you should not do it, because you get paranoid because you know you shouldn't do it. Exactly.
type of teacher or administrator, the voices in your head be screaming. And I mean, at that point, you might as well just leave the school, because getting in trouble with your teachers ain't nothing. But it's your parents that's the main problem. But you don't got to worry about that one if you know the method. I'm not going to tell y'all what it is, because I got to be a good influence, but if you know, you know. But skipping class hits different when you do it with your boo, because dating someone you can only see in school is hard in itself. You can't get no real alone time. Well, I mean, there is the stairwells, but weirdos be lurking around in there. But I did get the chance to skip class with my girl best friend, and we were the type that if you saw us
Dewey's is D-U I'm gonna show you right now. D-U-I-E-E-D. Bro, chat, bro, I feel like a lot of the I want to react to this one. Alright. But yeah, honestly, Yumbles. I don't know, bro. Just have a good relationship with your parents, and literally you don't have to do any of these things.
you were
Depending on if your parents are strict or not.
thought we were dating. And if I'm being honest, my only goal was to get out of the friend zone, but sadly, it couldn't have gone any worse. So this story takes place during freshman year of high school.
But yeah, Dewey's freshman year seems so eventful. Mine was so, like, boring.
On the last month of school. So I go to my first class. When I get in there, it's empty as f. And when the teacher starts class, he says, "Because it's skip day, y'all can do what y'all want." Oh, skip day? Say less. So I text my girl best friend, and we'll call her Gia. "Yo, you at school? It's skip day." And she says, "Yeah, where you at?" So I leave class and we link up and go to one of her classes. And we sat there for a while until we realized there wasn't shit to do, bruh. So she looks at me and she like, "Why are we sitting in class on skip day?" Yeah, I don't even know for real. "Well, come on, let's leave." "I don't know. My mom might kill me if she find out I skipped class."
Yo, look at this.
Yeah, what's
This
up?
kid's trying to stay in class on skip day. Fucking loser. Oh, that kid's a dork.
So we decide we're just gonna skip school for the rest of the day. And Gia calls up one of her friends to come with us. And now it's me, Gia, her friend, and her friend's boyfriend.
So Yumbos are really running a two-man in school. Come on, bro. Lock it in.
A perfect two-man isolation. And next, we had to figure out a way to get out of the building.
Chat, as Dewey says all the time, ISO. ISO.
Building. Because even though it was skip day, the school still had security on all of the doors. So during lunch, we walk around the building to see if we can locate an area to escape from. And the only door that didn't have a security guard was a cafeteria side door. And the only way to get to it was walking straight up to it or walking through the gym. And the only problem with
yeah, bro, I watch chains all the time, bro. At least I used to. But didn't one of them get exposed for like faking their videos or something?
that was there was a security guard halfway down the hall. So the only option was to go through the gym. So walk to the gym, pull on the doors, and they're locked, bruh. And then I remember you can get into the gym through the locker rooms, and they're always unlocked. So I'm like, y'all, we're gonna have to go through the boys' locker room. Y'all want us to go through the boys' locker room? Is that even safe? Yeah. See, look. Oh my God, it's a girl. Freshman. Oh my God, who is that? Shh. It's safe. So me and dude walk through first, and then the girls follow us. And as we're walking through, somebody yells, "Hey,
What y'all doing?
And while cooking up the plan, I had totally forgot that the gym teacher's office is right in the locker room.
Did he?
And bro hopped
Yeah.
up and started yelling, chasing after us. So we run through the locker room, we get to the gym, and old dude locks the door to the locker room. So I hurry up and start peeking out the door, and the security guard got caught with his Johnson out and had his back turned. We turn around, and the teacher in the locker room is unlocking the door to the gym. I look at the group, they looking at me, and we run out the door, bro, and ran straight into the woods. And we ran and ran and ran until we got to this part. So we collect ourselves, and Gia is like, so what do we do now?
I don't even know for real.
Let's grab some food. So we start walking to the stores down at the shopping center, and the entire time we're walking, Gia is flirting with me. And this was my perfect chance to make it out of the friend zone. So I start flirting back. And next thing you know, we were at the shopping center, and we all decide to go to Giant. And while we're walking around, we stop at this one aisle, and she like, let me get a kiss. And
Dude. Just imagine animating this, bro. Like, what is this? Looks like a lobster.
I kissed her. And after that moment, finally made it out the friend zone, bro.
Aizo.
And after that, we all decided to grab some food. Me and Gia went to this one sub spot, and her friend and her boyfriend went to this one pizza spot. So we walk in and order our food and sit down. And while we're in there chilling, one of the main administrators walk into the store, bro. And I was cool with her. So if she sees me, the whole operation is cooked. So I text Gia, go to the bathroom and wait. And I'm gonna text you when to come out. So she gets up, goes to the bathroom, and that was my turn. So I get up and start walking, and I feel some eyes burning on the side of my neck meat. And as I'm about to get in the door, she calls out my name, but we keep moving. And after 10 minutes of waiting in the bathroom, I peek my head out the door and she was gone. So we grab our food, eat, and get the fuck out of there. Everybody meets back up, and we walk back to school to hop on the bus. And when we get on the bus, she like, so what are you doing after school? Probably gonna open up the hub, you know,
Yeah,
the usual.
normal.
Why, what's up? Well, you wanna hang out? Yeah, of course. So we got off the bus, and first we were walking around the neighborhood, and things were getting to that point. So I'm like, hey, I got a free crib. Let's just go up to my house. She says, bet. So we go up to my crib, and one thing leads to another, and it was getting active in that room. And finally, we made it out the friend zone. But that didn't last, because apparently some people saw us walking into my building. So when I hopped on the bus the next day, everybody like,
Yo, you messed with Gia?
yeah, what happened? There's a rumor going on.
Hold on, what happened?
And
Yo,
because
not the bus driver, dude. Not the bus driver.
as my ego and pride got in the way, I told
Yeah.
everybody everything. And for the most part, everyone was cool. And I'm thinking, okay, they finna hold it down. But after telling them what happened, I knew that this wasn't going to end well. So a few days went by and everything was good between us. And I'm starting to think, okay, they really held it down. Until one day I was in class and I get a message on Snap from Gia. And it says, we need to talk now. So I asked the teacher to use the bathroom. And as I'm walking, I'm mad nervous because I already knew what it was about. When I see her, the first thing she says to me is, what did you tell them?
Everything.
I told him that I put that shit down, bruh. I told him you was folded up like a f***ing pretzel, bruh. I told them I threw you in the air and left you there. And she says, don't ever speak to me again. And walked away. And I was hurt,
Respectable,
bruh. I
respectable.
tried to text her on the spam account, but I was blocked on everything. And I didn't speak to her for a while. And I really thought it was over. Until about a week later, I get a message on Snap from her friend. And the message said, so you want to tell everyone what you was doing with my friend? So I'm telling you, you're gonna get jumped tomorrow.
Ooh. Baby, no shade. Jumped is a little nutty, but you can't be mad at her for saying that. I mean, he did say everything, dude.
I bet. I ain't worried about that, bro. You not finna do nothing, bro. But I was really bricks, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Cause her friends were known throughout the school to do some crazy things to the people they had a problem with. So I spent the rest of the night creating a group chat of 14 other homies, just in case she decides to hop me. So the next day at school, we all gathered before first period and waited at the location and waited some more until nobody showed up. So we all just went to
chatting,
class.
bro.
And even though she tried to get me hopped, I still couldn't get this girl out of my head. So the very next time I saw her, I walked up to her and I begged her to forgive me. And she said it was fine. And next thing you know, she was my girlfriend. But point number one, don't skip class, bro. Because even though I...
See, chat, like I said, I'm a grown man. I'm telling y'all from experience, don't skip class, yeah. Well, grown man, listen to me.
I had a great time. A few days later, my mom found out, and I did not have enough time to do the method, and I got punished. On top of detention. Point number 2, don't kiss and tell, bruh. Nobody wants their business out there. So if you are dealing with someone, keep it between y'all, man.
Yeah, chat, remember that. Sauce right here.
Done seen some great things, and because people were in their business.
Hey, chat. It was a good video. Moral of the story: don't skip class. Don't tell your business. Don't tell other people's business, and just be a good person. YouTube, tap into the streams, or you don't love your family. And I mean, W stream today.